This video is being provided as an educational tool for AMU and APU students. This is not an endorsement of the company. University employees are not involved in the decision to hire or consider candidates for this company's positions.
Welcome back to our Employer Corner series, where we chat with employers to learn more what they have to offer their employees. My name is Chelsea Zbikowski, and I'm part of the Employee Relations team here at American Public University System. Today, I have Eric Airola with me from J.B Hunt. Eric, I'm so glad to have you with us today.
Oh, thanks, Chelsea. I'm glad to be here talking to the students and looking forward to a great event.
Yeah, me as well. So let's go and get started here. I'm just excited for you to share your expertise with our students and alumni. So let's kick off things with you telling me more about what you do for J.B Hunt.
Yeah, great. I am the Senior Manager of Military and Veteran Relations at J.B Hunt. So I have one of the best jobs in the company. My whole time is spent working on things that benefit our employees who are veterans or members of the Guard and Reserve, and also bringing in military talent. So that's a great job, and I love doing it.
Yeah, I would imagine so. How rewarding, I'm sure, too. So, well, let's go ahead and talk about the culture at J.B Hunt.
Yeah, so I've been at J.B Hunt for a long time. I came to J.B Hunt right out of the Marine Corps. I came into our manager training program, and I've had a lot of great jobs here. I started off in operations, moved over to human resources, and then got to do this job about 2.5 years ago. But our culture, I like to think about it as a light blue collar environment. So a lot of people think of J.B Hunt by the big trucks they see on the highway. And that maybe the first thing that comes to your mind is like, well, I don't want to be a truck driver. Yeah. Hey, that's okay. Not everybody at J.B Hunt drives a truck. We have well over 12,000 jobs that don't drive trucks, and they're from everything that you can imagine. So when I say the light blue collar environment, when we look at people coming into the company, regardless of what area they go into, they've got to be able to flex between, doing the analytics, doing the marketing, doing the customer interface, doing the technology. But also at the other side, we have to understand the transportation part of our business, working with our drivers, understanding the terminology, et cetera. So we look for people that can kind of seamlessly go back and forth between those two.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I know every time I see a J.B Hunt tractor trailer on the road, that's exactly what you think of first. So I'm glad there's more, of course, opportunities available. Well, and then also let's talk about the opportunities. What are you normally hiring for? And do you have any work from home or hybrid options?
Yeah, that's a great question. So most of the people that we're bringing in through SkillBridge, so if your listeners are familiar with that, it's a great military transition program. Wish I had it back in the day when I got out of the Marines. Right. But a lot of the folks that we come in, bring into that, go into what we call transportation manager, distribution managers. In our operations, we have 400 locations around the country. So a lot of great opportunity around those. We also put people into engineering and technology. That could be everything from software engineers through program managers, product managers, change management. We're also putting people into more sales track jobs in our brokerage, for example, or as what we call business development reps for those that want to start off building their sales portfolio, as well as human resources, safety, risk management. We're at the point now where we're bringing in military talent just really into any facet of our company.
I love that. Yeah, I love when companies, you always think of one thing, but there's tons of different opportunities available, and you just got to search for them or talk to the right people too to know what's available. So as the Senior Manager of Military and Veteran Relations, how can you tell us what you guys do more for our active duty members and our veterans?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, SkillBridge has been a game changer for us. We've been doing SkillBridge for about 2.5 years now. And we're at the point where we can design a SkillBridge training plan for any facet of our company. I didn't mention it before, but it may resonate with some of the folks on the call here that maintenance management is a big area for us as well. And we have shops across the country, but a lot of folks go into transportation management, HR, everything. And so just for scope, we started 85 people into our SkillBridge programs last year.
Wow. That's awesome. Well, that's an incredible number, and I'm sure that number is just going to increase more this year as well. So one thing about J.B Hunt, tell me what's your favorite thing?
It's got to be the people. I will tell you, our business is hard. Transportation, logistics, supply chain, it's 24/7, 365. It never stops. And what I like about it, though, is it kind of reminds me of my days in the military where, you've got to think on your feet. You got to be flexible. You got to be a bit of a problem solver because Just like in military operations, things change. You know, right now here where I live in Northwest Arkansas, there's sleet outside all over the road, so that slows things down. You have customer changes, you have maybe equipment issues, that kind of thing. So I love it because it's nonstop, and the people that we have, they're forward thinking. They really get things done. You know, you look at J.B. Hunt, and we have 6 differentiators, and the number one differentiator between us and what we feel like is our competition is our people. And then right behind that are innovation and technology. And so when you think about J.B. Hunt, you might think of big trucking company, but most people don't know that we actually deliver and install product right into people's homes. So we have a business unit that does home delivery, for example. We have another business unit that puts freight on trains and then ships things across the country into containers. It's very green, very sustainable, and it's lower cost. So a lot of things going on at J.B. Hunt, and that's what I like about it. It's never the same. It's always moving forward.
That's great. And that's such an important thing to like your company and like the people, because that's who you work with every day. And I love that that was your favorite thing. Lastly, what is your advice for someone who is job searching?
Yeah, a lot of things, but I think networking is really a good one to do. You know, so if you don't have a LinkedIn account, for example, create one. And then don't be afraid to put yourself out there. We've been contacted by people that have seen us or want to get into transportation logistics or supply chain, and they'll just find us. We're all over the place, even if it's our president. And, you know, she posts a lot of things out on LinkedIn. And somebody will send a message saying, hey, Shelly, I saw this. I'm interested in J.B. Hunt. Can you connect me? And the next thing you know, somebody like me is getting a message from Shelly saying, hey, Chelsea contacted me. She's in the military. Can you give her a call back? Aye, you know, and then we're on it. And so just putting yourself out there and not waiting for things to come to you. I think that's critical.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Well, can our students and alumni directly message you on LinkedIn?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Great.
I'm
Okay.
easy to find, and I'm happy to give out my email address as well.
Awesome. Well, Eric, I really appreciate all that insight you gave us. And if you guys are interested in working at J.B. Hunt, you can check out their careers page at careers.jbhunt.com/jobs to explore the thousands of opportunities they have available. And Eric, the information you shared today has truly been insightful. I know for myself, I've learned a ton of information. So, and if you're a student or an alumni here at AMU or APU, check out the services we have on our career services page on the eCampus and our resources in the Student Success Center. All the services are offered to you free for life. That's all for today's Employers Corner. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on future video series. Eric, thanks again.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.